Good afternoon, friends. Hope you're all well on this lovely rainy day out there. Something I was talking about earlier on to a colleague of mine about rushing. Everybody's in a rush to do things, and the most important thing that we forget about is sometimes in our life is our loved ones. Not the loved ones on the spirit world, but our loved ones on the earth plane. Now, for example, you walk out and you're in a rush to get to work. You're in a rush to do something and you think, oh, that phone call can really wait till I get home tonight. Now, I get so many people that will contact me working as a medium, and they turn around and say to me, I feel so guilty. And when you ask why, it's because they don't get a chance to say goodbye to their loved ones who are passing over onto their, passing over into the spirit world. Or something has happened where they haven't had the time to go and see them or do enough for them. But sometimes there's always a big reason why that you don't have that time. But think of it this way. There are so many stabbings going on within this world at the moment. I was reading the internet the other day, and I looked and there was a stabbing right near where I live. And then I looked somewhere else and there was a stabbing close to where my mum lives. And you think, oh my God, this is so close. Now think of them people. Think of them people that have been stabbed and that have been killed. And think of their loved ones that are still on the earth plane. Because those people might feel guilty because these people that have been stabbed might be very young. I can't remember their ages, but they haven't had a chance to say, I'm sorry for the argument that I caused, or I'm sorry for not saying the words I love you before they passed into that spirit world. Now that guilt is actually going to be on them a very long time because of what has happened. They never got that chance to say their last goodbyes. Or it's a case of being in hospital and your loved ones are in hospital, but you haven't got a chance to visit them. And I know of that by experience, because I remember one case of a gentleman that was actually having a heart attack, and I phoned up the wife and said to them, look, I said, oh, your husband's in a very bad way. And she actually said to me, well, I've got to do something. I've got to go to the dentist or something like that. Anyway, I knew that he was actually ready to go over. They were trying to get him back, and unfortunately it didn't work. And when I said to her, look, I feel it's important that you came up, and in the end she went, oh, okay, then I will do. I'll have to miss my dentist appointment. But by then it was too late. So think of this, that always make time to have that chat with your mum, with your dad, or even with your brother or sister, just to say, well, I am here. I'm thinking of you, miss you, love you, or whatever, because them words are not used very much. You could walk out of that door and no one knows what's going to happen the next day, that day, that night. No one knows if you're going to have a car accident. And every time I drive around, and if I see a car accident and it's really horrific, I really feel sorry for that person and the relatives, because expect that, when you expect that knock on the door by the police, they might have had an argument. They might have had some kind of disagreement before they walked out, or someone that's taken their own life. Think of it that way. That and that is another subject, because when someone takes their own life, it's because they need to, or they can't get the help that they actually needed. But always spend time with your mum, with your dad, even if it's like 5 minutes on the phone to them, because all of a sudden they could go. And as I said to you before, I've had that before, where people have phoned up to me and said, I just feel so guilty. But try and make time for them. Always say to them, I'm there. Just a very quick video about that, because it sticks on my mind a lot, especially with all the stabbings that are going on, not just in London, Essex, where I live, but all over the world. We've got to make time for each other and have the me time as well with our loved ones. So I'm going to leave that little blog with you. Hope you enjoyed that, and I will speak to you soon. Thank you for watching.